Hello and welcome to episode 34 of our podcast, Smart Consulting Sourcing, the podcast about consulting procurement. My name is Hélène and I'll be your host today. Each week, I'll give you the keys to better use, manage, and source consulting services. This week, I'll discuss how to measure consulting performance. Last week, I welcomed Mark Jensen from the Consultancy Growth Network, and we discussed about the sourcing process, but from a consultant perspective. And we saw that probably the most difficult part of buying consulting is to define your expectations. And if you do it right, then everybody knows where you are, where you want to go, and what's the issue you're trying to solve. So consultant can really build a unique solution that fits your needs. But this week, I wanted to touch upon probably the most difficult subject in consulting sourcing, measuring performance. So let's start with the question. How important is measuring the performance of consulting service providers? For consulting, as long as the clients keep buying their services, measuring and analyzing performance is not that important. But for clients, it's a very necessary part of the process of acquiring such services and getting the best ROI. So if you take a look at the automotive industry, for example, the ultimate price will be losing the business of the clients. So in most procurement categories, the receipt and receptions of the purchased goods is a key step in the process. When the product is damaged or not compliant with the requirements, it will be rejected. When the product is compliant but the quality is not satisfying, the provider's contract will not be renewed. When the supplier is the subject of numerous claims, it will be removed from the panel. But here are the shocking facts. 50% of companies don't have a systematic performance evaluation system for consulting services. And consulting firms also don't necessarily have a reliable system for measuring client satisfaction. They realize the client wasn't happy when they lose the account, which is often unfortunate but doesn't help either party. Open conversation and feedbacks are the first step. But why is it often obstructed? Consulting firms are looking for feedback to engage in a continuous improvement process, and the clients are expecting them to listen and to improve their ways of working. There are a few reasons that prevent collaboration. So consulting services are intangible and they can be seen as hard to measure. It's tricky to put in place some kind of system to measure them. But companies know from experience that even the intangible objective can be measured. So the best approach relies probably on the system that Peter Drucker has popularized in the 50s, which is management by objectives. It became a standard in general management, and SMART objectives are used across the board to help employees to have a clear understanding of their role and responsibilities. So you can apply the same to consulting services. When you hire a consulting firm, you have some expectations, such as the quality of the deliverable, the ability to understand the business, or the ability to build trust with the stakeholders. So why not measure the achievement of these objectives? So implementing a systematic performance evaluation specific to consulting services is the cornerstone of the management of the consulting category. And the benefits can be measured on 3 different horizons. And we can start with the short term. So of course, the beginning of the implementation can be rocky, and you will need to be attentive to feedback from the main departments and business line that are using consulting. But that will help you to identify the consulting firms that have performance issues and to gather the necessary information to build the right improvement plans with them. On the medium term, you'll be able to track your provider's performance longitudinally, because it's the only way to monitor the providers properly, to benchmark the performance, and to identify the high and low performers. And these elements are essential to keep a fluid preferred supplier list. This analysis will also help you to identify the capabilities with insufficient performance. And on the longer term, you know that the purpose of aligning your consulting spend with your strategy is to maximize the value for money. So having year-long performance evaluation of the impact of your consulting projects will help you to validate your decisions and make sure the money has been well spent with the expected impact in line. So don't forget that performance can be evaluated at all stages of a consulting assignment, and you can imagine having a different set of questions at different times in the project. So you see there are many advantages in measuring consulting performance. And beyond the evident, working only with the best, you can see that they will help you to define a better sourcing process and to align your spend and your strategy. And that means you can transform a center of cost into a center of value creation. Well, that's it for today. Next time I'll explain how to make sure you have an objective evaluation process of consulting proposals. In the meantime, if you have any questions or want to learn more about what we do at Consulting Quest, just send me an email at hélène.laffitte with 2 F and 2 T's at consultingquest.com. You can also have a look at our website, smartconsultingsourcing.com, to know more about our book and download free templates and guides to improve your consulting sourcing. Bye and see you next week. Au revoir.